Hello. I don't know who's going to show up. This is a very odd time for me to be on, but I did want to catch up. It is high time for me to catch up. So I'm going to sit here and wait a little bit for a few people to join, hopefully, and we'll talk then. I'm going to try to set up my other phone so I can watch the comments more easily because I'm in a different space trying to catch the light at this point. Well, hi. Somebody showed up. Good to see you. Okay, let me just try to set this one up and see what I come up with. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. I have the other phone set up so that if there are any comments, I should see them. Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot. Oh, okay, great. Yeah, we're all set. A lot has happened. A lot has happened. Oh, hi, Myra. Great to see you as well. I just try to get, my house is so, I want to say, fouled up. Hi, Rita, because I'm trying to get so much stuff done. Oh, thanks, Myra. Thanks. I finally got my hair cut with the social distancing and no stores being open. It was really tough. Oh, hi, Maria. Great to see you as well. I'm doing well. I've been crazy busy. I've been going through a lot of changes, I guess. Um, yeah, yeah. I've been trying to get a lot of work done at the house. As many of you know, I really have to get out of here, and I have over 30 years worth of stuff to go through and get rid of. I have not been able to hire people to do it for me. I have, thank God, Myra, I have been well. I have some days when I'm not great, just as we all do, but for the most part, I've been doing well. I will ask those of you who are here if you would say a little prayer for me because I'm going for, believe it or not, my 2-year scan next week. So I'm hoping that everything is well with that. I am so lucky considering where I was 2 years ago and where I am now. My life is not on an even keel right now, but I have my life. And as far as I know, I'm well. And whatever the future holds for me, I want to be prepared for and I want to do the best I can. What I started to tell you is that I had to get a lot of stuff done. So one of the things was cleaning out. Thank you so much, Marie. I appreciate it. And I just pray that the results are good. I, I, I'm, I don't want to say, I don't want to jinx myself. So let me leave it at that. When I decided that it was time to clean out the garage, I got some help from a wonderful friend of mine. And I know, would you believe that it's 2 years, Rita? It's hard to believe. I had literally over 30 years worth of stuff in that garage. I had every record of every deal that I did in real estate for 34 years. That was a lot of paperwork. It was bags and bags and bags of stuff and lots of extraneous stuff in there. It was, I don't know if I can show you. Oh, thanks. Thanks so much. Yeah, I mean, thank God I am, but as I say, it's been crazy busy. My life is in flux. I have not had anything happening in real estate for a long time. And then, of course, with everything that was going on with the virus, it certainly made it more difficult because we were not an essential service and we were not allowed to go into houses. Yeah, it is very, very stressful. I have no idea where I'm going to wind up. I think it's gonna have a lot to do with where I can afford to wind up. Um, Having another storm. Oh, did you have a tornado? That's very scary. It really is. We had, if anybody saw my video that I put up, that real quick one about the makeup and about when I had gone out for dinner, literally, I was laughing so hard because there were four tables outside and there were four groups of people eating. Two had left by the time we were getting to the very end of the meal. And it didn't start to sprinkle or trickle down. It was like it was like a deluge. Oh, thanks. It has, well, isn't this a rainy time in Florida? Well, I think June, right? But probably some of it yet, yeah, yet. But yeah, I mean, that was such a funny experience for me sitting in that place and having to try to cover my food with my arms to keep it from getting really bad. Oh, is it really hurricane season already? I don't know why I thought it was a little bit after the summer. That scares me because Florida has been one of the areas that I have considered because I might actually be able to afford to live there. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm June to October. I didn't know that. Yeah, and that's a scary thing too. If I, it's like the devil you know versus the devil you don't know. I know all the things that we have to deal with here in the Northeast, and the winters are sometimes miserable, but it is still, I know that. Yeah, I actually had considered in terms of Florida, if I do come down there, it would be East Coast because I know some people on the East Coast. It would be South. I mean, it would be South because that's where the people I know are. I would say Boynton Beach, Delray. I can't afford Boca. Although there was, no, well, I still can't even afford that. But I have to see when the time comes. I just trying to keep my head up and I'm trying to not stress about it. Oh, you do have a great warning system for hurricanes. That's interesting. A lot of people tell me that they love Delray. So, yeah, I do know some people down there. I have friends who moved down to Boynton Beach, but I think they're all close enough to easily visit and spend time. It'll be a huge change for me. Any change is scary. I'm one of those people. I grow where you plant me, and clearly I've lived in my house for since 1986. What is that? 34 years. I don't move around a lot. So for me to make a huge move is going to be scary, but we all have to do what we have to do. Anyway, to get back to my garage for a minute, it was really funny. Oh, oh, thanks so much, Marta. That's really sweet. Um, I had stuff in there. I also, many of you know that I'm a stager, and I had loads of staging stuff in the garage. I actually don't know if I have pictures. I will show you the pictures next time of what the garage looked like before I started and what it looked like after. Oh, hi, Mary. Great to see you. Vero Beach. Yeah. Yeah, I know some people talk about Vero Beach and say that's wonderful too. Yeah, again, I just have no idea. I have to wait and see. I need to make my house look as good as I possibly can. As a realtor, I know exactly what I have to do. The interesting thing is, at the moment, I think listing now, and we actually had an accepted offer on it very quickly, but it didn't work out, so we're having to kind of start again and market it. And the things that I'm telling her that need to be done are the same things I'm going to have to tell myself. And it's really hard Um, it's really hard to convince yourself as a seller. My friend Linda always says to me, "Oh, you're going to be one of those sellers when your house is on the market." And she's probably right. Carol, hi. Oh, yeah, I know what that feels like, Carol, because you had scared the heck out of all of us for a very long time. We were trying desperately to reach you. I get it. And my apologies. It certainly was not my intention. You know, as I say, I was going through a lot. There were days when I was really depressed and thinking, how am I going to do this? How is it going to happen? I know, I know. Well, I can't hire anybody else to do my place because I can't afford to do it. I really need to maximize what I get out of this to make that next move. Aw, yeah. Oh, and you made it. I'm really happy to see you. So I'm glad I was able to do this at a time that seems to accommodate people better, or at least I'm hoping that it does. I'm going to try to come back on a regular basis. I did another really quick video today that I haven't loaded yet that is just a quick thing showing you some of the things that I'm doing in terms of the other business that I got myself into just to try to survive until this. I also, an old client of mine, we were just about to put his house on the market when the virus struck and everything closed down. I had already staged it, but unfortunately, yeah, it's 11 p.m. Unfortunately, everything closed down. So he just contacted me the other day, and I'm going to be showing him something tomorrow. And hopefully, if we get his place on the market, it'll be it'll help a little bit. But I've been working really hard on the other stuff. I have to laugh because life teaches us lessons, many that we would rather not learn, but it teaches us lessons nevertheless. Um, aw. So, yeah, I'm trying to keep up with the messages as well. I don't want to, I want to make sure that everybody is hearing from me when they write. It's kind of you to be here and it's kind of you to care. And again, I get it because, as I say, Carol, when you were among the missing for that long period of time, we had many, many talks about how we could find you and what we could do. So I get it. Um, okay. Oh, thanks so much, Marta. I'm glad you were able to stop by. Um, yeah, I know it's a strange time too, because if you're on the East Coast, time to get dinner ready, I'm thinking. Okay, so the garage I had, if I tell you that the stuff, it's a one-car garage, and the stuff that was in there came all the way up to the garage door. I have pictures of it. I'm going to miss some of the messages if in fact I get off this. I don't want to do that to show you the pictures. I had a piece of furniture in there that I had bought, I'm embarrassed to tell you, a number of years ago. I bought it on Joss and Main, and Joss and Main only delivers curbside. I couldn't get it upstairs. I don't know what I was thinking at the time. And eventually I expected to get somebody to bring it upstairs, but I never did. So here is this thing still in the box it came in, and it was pressed up against the door of the garage. So, managed, love you too, managed to get that moved. I have to tell you, my friend Ken was a huge, huge help in this because he's very focused and he's very organized, and he did what I was not able to do. And he kind of pushed me to keep moving and to keep getting rid of stuff. If I tell you that day one we put out 7 contractor bags filled with things, most of it was paper and garbage, to be honest with you. six bags the first, no, it might have been seven. They had said we could have put up to six, but I think we added one extra bag. So that was huge. We did 34 years worth of stuff in 4 days. 4 days. It was 4 long days. One day was maybe 5 hours. Another day was 7.5 hours. One day was 6 hours. I had special pickup come one day, and I discovered that my son apparently at one point had bought just one of those charcoal barbecues, a very basic thing that stands on the, I don't know if it's steel legs or aluminum or whatever the heck it was. And it's just one of those red barrel shaped, not barrel, I don't know, it looks like a pot with a rounded cover. Got rid of that special pickup. I put out a chair that was a Louis XVI chair that I had gotten at somebody else's tag sale years ago with the intention of reupholstering it and using it in my own home, but I never got around to it. So that went out, and I knew that somebody was going to take that, and sure enough, within an hour of my putting it out at the curb, it was gone. So I'm really happy that somebody got it, and somebody's going to really make use of it and either enjoy it or maybe make money with it. Whichever way it goes, I'm happy for the person that got it. Sometimes it's just time to do that. Anyway, I think we put out 9 bags the day that special pickup came. We put out 6 bags the next time, and then 7. It's a lot of bags. It's a lot of stuff. What is left now only lines the sides of the garage and the back. The entire garage is wide open now. I still have that piece of furniture in its case, and I figure at this point, probably the smartest thing to do is just take it with me when I go and put it in my new home. It was a beautiful piece that I bought, at least I thought it was. It was a chest with 3 drawers in it, but it looked like one of those, what do you call it, the pharmaceutical kind of things. Yes, got rid of lots and lots of stuff. I had bought a beautiful silver leaf mirror to go over it. So when I move, I think it would be a great looking vignette for the new place, but I'm not going to touch it now. It really doesn't mean a thing. And aside from that, as I say, I have some staging stuff, mostly artwork now. It's up again, it's lining the walls, and it was a lot of work. It really was. It's very neat. If I need to reach something, I know exactly where it is. It's wonderful. It was a gift. So next, we are going to work on the basement. And a couple of things. Thankfully, he knows a lot about how to fix things, and I'm going to really need some things fixed. So we're going to work on the basement and just caulking some cracks in the foundation that are normal here, and just getting stuff done. So that's been a lot of work. It's been exhausting. And between that and working on the real estate stuff and working on my closet, um, I've been doing Poshmark, and in addition to Poshmark, I have been doing I branched out to Macari, Depop, which so far is not doing anything for me, and a little bit on eBay. So I've been trying to keep my stress at a minimum by trying to branch out and do lots of different things to just try to make things work for now. And I'm happy that I did. It's been a good thing for me to learn. Certainly when I make a move, it would be wonderful to have something that where I can make extra money. Certainly with what I'm doing, I can do it from anywhere in the country. It doesn't matter where I live. So we'll see how that plays out. I'm really not sure. But that essentially is what's been going on for me, and just trying to make it through the days. And what? Oh, what am I missing anything? Linda is, oh, thanks. Linda, she is not handling this. She's really happy to see you. She has been afraid to go out at all. So she's essentially stayed home. She's gone to the supermarket, I think, twice since March, and she's gone to a couple of doctor's appointments. I, on the other hand, I have to tell you, one of the really good things about this for me also is that I have tried to do more things outdoors while still staying safe, hopefully, and social distancing. I've been as often as I can. I've been going to Long Beach. It has a wonderful boardwalk, and I've been trying to walk because I want to keep my exercise up so the leg continues to get stronger and stronger. And it's doing well. I'm in pain. I feel some kind of pain every day. I think it's just part of the new me. But, oh, God bless. Ben Gay is 80. God bless him. So I've been trying to stay as healthy as I can and just keep doing what I can do. There have been a number of people going to the beach. People have been social distancing for the most part. I've taken loads of pictures at the beach. I've also gone to, we have this pond in town called Cayman's Pond. And I go there sometimes. It's very serene, just to sit on a bench or take a walk around the pond and take, they have the geese there. They have swans, nowhere near the number of swans there used to be, but it's just relaxing to be able to do that. And now that they have started to have, I mean, even they've started doing some tables inside, but that's a little bit scary sometimes. Yeah, I don't know if America's going to be opening. Everybody's afraid of it. I think opening prematurely is not a good thing. You want to keep not only the kids safe, certainly the teachers and everybody who works in the schools, you want to keep them safe. And you really, if the kids come home with anything, they can affect all the people in their lives. I mean, what? I, I'm missing some of the comments. It would have been your mother's 102nd birthday. Wow. Um, they're not going to open till later. The truth is, I think many places opened precipitously. I know there was a lot of pressure on a lot of places to open. I am so impressed with the way Governor Cuomo handled things with this every step of the way. I think it was sane. It was with a great deal of thought. It was listening to all of the experts and doing things right. It's made it so much easier for us. Oh, it sounds like I sold something else online. It looks like that would mean that I sold 3 things in the last 24 hours. That's good. So that's always a happy surprise if it happened, but it looks like it might be. It said congratulations, so I have to assume that maybe. Um, I don't want to break away from this to check. So I think, yeah, really opening the schools precipitously is not a good idea. I was reading, I couldn't sleep the other night. It was one of those things. I did get a haircut. They finally opened, and yeah, it was high time. Um, so I forgot what I was saying. It was about opening things, but oh, I was the other night when I couldn't sleep. I was lying in bed and I just didn't want to turn the light on. I didn't want to wake the dogs. I didn't want to start anything. So I said, okay, let me look at the news on my phone. So I did. And oh my God, the news was horrible. Well, news often is. First thing I read was about, well, there was this woman who had gone to uh, a virus party, somebody who had con- okay. I'm glad you were able to get back in. This person had tested positive and held a party, apparently, according to the news, and a lot of people went because they really believed that the virus was a hoax. Unfortunately, she died, 30 years old. That's so sad. That's a costly mistake. I just hope that everybody out there and anybody seeing this, even if you think that it's not true, if there is a small chance that it is it worth your life? Is it worth your future? Is it worth the future of all the people you love? Give it some thought. Really do. So that was the first thing I read. Then I read something about a coronavirus party, right? And it's just, I think people really need to be mindful of this. I think possibly what happened in a lot of places where they did not have a huge outbreak. Are you headed for another lockdown, Ange? That's bad. And I think that's going to happen in a lot of places. That's not good. It's really not good. It's so much easier to be cautious and to take it slowly than to risk all of this. It was a terrible time. It really was. Yeah, the person wins money. Good. They win money, but they may not collect it because they could die. I mean, it's just not worth taking. It's a little bit, to me, like playing Russian roulette. You may live, but you may not. It's not worth it, folks. If you don't think about it for yourself, think about it for the people who love you and want you to stick around. I am no spring chicken, and I'm not anxious to leave this planet. I would really like to be here for a while. I know it's very, very frightening to me. And I think that all the people gathering, not wearing masks, just in close proximity to each other, it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. A lot of the places now that are having the outbreaks, and I mean, Florida has been horrible. They've had so many new cases. And I think, once again, I just, I care about you out there, whoever you are. You don't know me. You may never have seen me before, but I don't want you to die. We forget that the USA is big, and yeah, a lot of places, they do live far from each other. Yeah, actually, my son's uh, significant other's family moved up to Oregon, and they had gone up there to visit, and they were saying it's just wide open country. It's absolutely beautiful, and they feel safer. A lot of people don't care, but I think maybe the people who don't care feel, it's like young people sometimes feel like nothing is going to hit them, that they're just not vulnerable. They're just gonna live, and it's not gonna affect them. It's foolish. It's foolish thinking, and I just personally want everybody to be safe. and I want them to come out on the other side of this. I go out with lipstick under a mask, I do. And I do get lipstick on my mask sometimes. My theory is that when I'm going out at some point, if I am with somebody, for example, when I go to Long Beach and I go onto the boardwalk, and if I'm with a friend or even if I'm alone, it makes no difference to me. Oh, um, I will take my mask off and breathe in the wonderful ocean air because there's nobody right around. If I see anybody coming close to me, I put the mask back on. So yes, I've gotten a little bit of lipstick on the inside of the masks. Oh well. But when I take it off, I feel like I still look like me. So I'm trying to preserve a little bit of who I am within the framework of what we're going through. And that's why. So yeah, what is that? You fill your lips with lip pencil. That's a good idea because that would stay on better. And they do have those lipsticks now that are like a stain, so I could do that, but I don't care if it wears off. I mean, today, if you take a look, it's a very light lipstick, and they don't care. Too bad for old people. Oh, Michelle, that is a horrible, horrible thing. See, but the problem is that kind of thinking, that person clearly does not think that it can affect her. She's wrong. The girl who died from that party was 30 years old. People on the front lines, nurses and doctors, and so many people have died just doing their jobs and trying desperately to do it as carefully as they can. So I think everybody needs to be mindful, and everybody needs to care enough about themselves, about their families, about the people they love and who love them. Working for Barnes and Noble, that is horrible. It really is horrible. Unfortunately, some people need to learn lessons the hard way, and I pray that fewer do, that they listen to other people's experience. They may think that we are ancient. They may think that we are about to go hurtling off this planet, and maybe we are. But while we're here, we have experience to share, and they would be wise to listen to some of it. We can't all be stupid. So I don't know. I want to know what's happening with all of you. It has been a while, and I have missed you a lot. I have often thought about coming on, but I've been so busy that it's been hard to find a time that worked. And I think I'm liking this earlier time a lot better than the really late time. You tell me what you think. Sandy, daughter's friend and her husband, a nurse. They, so is she? Oh, her husband, a nurse. Oh, he's now in ICU. I know that's horrible. Really is horrible. And when I read about, oh God, I'm going blank on his name all of a sudden, the Broadway actor who 41 years old just died after 90 days suffering. It's horrible. It's really horrible. But that night when I was reading the news and I said, oh my God, the winter will be bad. Sandy says she's going to need a new toilet seat from sitting so much, and the winter is going to be bad. I think that it very well might. I mean, Dr. Fauci has warned about this for a very long time. This should not be astounding, unheard of news. Shouldn't be. You haven't worked since March 10th? Yeah. Yeah, Myra, be really, really careful. Nothing is worth it. When everything closed down here at first, it was horrible for me. When you look back on it, it's interesting how looking in the rearview mirror, things don't look quite the way they did at the outset. It was alarming. It was disturbing. It was frightening. I didn't know. I mean, being alone and not being able to interact with people. I was alone for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And that's, it's not fun. There were days when I thought I would not make it through the day with my sanity intact because it's so worth it. It's just really so worth it. And I have to tell you, when the salon opened, it was funny because my hair was so long and so straggly and so terrible, but I couldn't do. I could have tried to cut it myself. Denise kept telling me that I could do it myself. I don't remember if she said to put it in a ponytail or twist. I forgot. Whatever it was, I didn't trust me. But one day I was driving past the salon just before they opened. You were quarantined last week? Wow. Yeah, thank God. Yeah, it is very, very scary. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's really good. It's just oh, I was telling you about the salon. It was a couple of days. I knew that everything was going to be opening because Governor Cuomo had come on and said that things would be opening for, I think, was that stage two or stage one? I forgot. I forgot. Maybe two. The salons were opening and the door was open. So I stopped my car and I went in and she said to me, "We're not open yet." I said, "Oh, okay." She said, "We're just having a meeting." I said, "Well, can I make an appointment?" And she said, "Sure." So I had one of the first appointments. They did it so well that it was absolutely unbelievable. When I went in, they asked a number of questions. If you had been near anybody who had been sick, if you had any symptoms, if you had any fever. They asked a whole bunch of questions. They only let you in after that. All of the instruments, yeah. I just read your comment, Sandy, about Denise. Um, yeah, so the instruments were all being sterilized. They were social distancing. Every other chair was empty. When I was over having my hair everything was done so well that when I left there, I felt very secure that nothing would, please God, happen to me. I'm also very, very careful wherever I go that I have hand sanitizer in the car always. Any place I go into, when I come out, I sanitize my hands. When I get home, I wash my hands. I sing happy birthday twice when I wash my hands to make sure I'm doing it long enough. And I really have been trying to be good, but not be crazy. And as I say, being isolated when there is nobody else around is different than being isolated when you're in a living situation with other people. So I was very happy when I was able to get out on whatever limited kind of basis. You've been cutting your own hair? Yeah. A lot of people have, Michelle. A lot of people have been cutting their own hair. As I say, I didn't trust me. Possibly because when I was a little girl, I think it was my aunt, um, my mother must have given her the okay to do it. I think I was about 9 years old, and she cut my hair. I had bangs at the time, and she gave me that Dutch boy kind of cut that looked like, who was that little boy again on the shoe thing? That's what I looked like. In any case, she started cutting the hair. The bangs were very short and not even. This side was way shorter than this side. So she had to then cut this side to make it even with this side, needless to tell you. By the time she was done, my hair was crazy short, totally uneven, with bangs that went like that and I had to go to school. And the memory of it, and that was when they took the school pictures. So there was a picture there for posterity. Um, Hold on a second. Oh my God, no. Your son was attacked, Ange? That's horrible. There is a lot of craziness going on. I will tell you that at one point when they were having protests, yes, Michelle, I did have a modern haircut way ahead of my time, but it was terrible. Someday I'll show you that picture. I still can see it in my mind's eye, but it was traumatic for me. So no, I didn't want to trust cutting my own hair, and I figured it'll grow until they open, and it worked out fine. God bless this woman. She is so talented. I don't have the best hair in town. She always gives me a good haircut. I need to wash it now. I washed it like 2 days ago, so it needs to be done. Aw. Aw. Um, so let me take a look. Oh, okay. Thanks. Thanks, Mary. Um, so I forgot what I was going to say, but I think I've talked a lot. I really have. Who's coming? Who's coming where? Brazilian butt lift. Uh-huh. Very interesting. You talking to me, Ange, or, well, I guess, who else do you see right now? Duh. Um, Thank you. I am, oh, wait a minute. The Russian was coming? I don't know. Could it be somebody who's okay? I don't know. Okay, on that note, I don't want to make this too crazy lengthy. And what I would like to do is, if you want me to, I'd like to come back again. Possibly, do I have a tentative goal for when my house is going to be ready? I want to do it as soon as possible before the market turns, but I'm not sure because I'm relying on the help that I'm getting. I need to make it look as good as I can in all aspects. So that's going to take a little bit of time, and I will do the very best I can to get it done. Hopefully, a couple of months. We'll see. And then I have to figure out where I'm going. I have no clue. I really have no clue. And I don't want to panic about it. I can always do what David did. He lived in his car for a little while. I think probably not such a good idea for me. Yeah, I'm gonna do the best I can. I mean, I can't put any more pressure on me than I already have. I have to get rid of a lot of stuff in the basement as well. I'm working on the other 2 floors to get rid of. Yeah, I have to tell you, if I did not have the help, I am a world-class procrastinator. I really am. Zoom is a way to be in contact. I know you're absolutely right, Michelle. It is a great way to keep in contact, and I've been trying very hard to get David. As a matter of fact, I was going to do it as a surprise. I wanted to do another video with David where I'm going to not interview him per se, but talk to him and kind of have you all catch up with what's happening in his life. So, did you? So we're trying to figure out a way to do it. We tried to do it on one of the platforms, and the quality wasn't good enough. So I need to figure out how to do it so that it works. I've seen other people do it, and it's perfect. If anybody knows how, tell me how. And I think that would be great. And then what I wanted to do after that was I wanted to do a number of different videos with, aw, Aw, thanks. Love you too. I wanted to do a number of videos, one at a time, with a bunch of you. And just to ask you how things have been going with you. We all know each other so well. Wouldn't it be nice if if I could not interview you exactly, but have a chat and have everybody join us? Wouldn't that be wonderful? I think that would be great. So I'm going to try to figure out how to do it. I mean, one of the girls who I love in um, in the Poshmark group and in the reselling group does it. So if she can do it, I'm sure I can learn to do it. I'm not stupid most of the time, at least. So if anybody has a clue how I can do it and do it well, let me know. I want to start to do that. So take care, my friends. I want to come back soon. If you want me to, let me know. And I will hopefully, I can do it on Messenger so that it'll be on YouTube, because I want to have it for you guys on YouTube. I want to be able to put it on my channel. Have to figure it out. If any of you can help me figure it out, that would be great. And again, I'm not going to promise you when. I'm not going to tell you which day, because as I say, my days have been a little bit screwy lately. But I really love it and I really miss you. So I'm going to do it as soon as I can. I'll talk to you soon. I love you and I'm so glad we did this. Take care, everybody. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.